Taz?
Fish on. Nothing breaks up a sailing trip or sends a bolt of excitement through the crew like the call of fish on and the nervous wait for the lucky dip of the ocean. Mahi mahi. This is one delicious fish. Okay, so here we are, about halfway. We hit Lord Howe in 2 days and we're now aiming towards Norfolk Island on the way to Fiji. I know we need to make some nautical miles east as the wind will eventually turn against us as the trade winds kick in. By now we'd reached a sweet spot. The sailing had been sublime and exciting. 2 low pressure systems giving us a perfect angle. Everyone knew the boat and the sails and a routine had formed.
Oh yeah.
More importantly, we had all forgotten our land-based troubles and concerns, jobs and bills and commitments. For a short time, life is simple. There's just the ocean in all her moods and personalities, the boat and each other. No room, no need for anything else.
Have a look at this. We're hooking along at 8 to 10 knots in a 12 knot on the beam, beautiful reach with about a 1.8 to 2 meter swell behind us, surfing down waves. Oh man, when you're sitting in the office thinking about ocean sailing, this is the shit you dream about. Going on, fellas?
Making a couple of Vegemite sangers.
Vegemite sangers.
Vegemite sangers for a bit of Argo Smoko.
And that night, Neptune rewarded us for our synchronicity.
They should have known it wouldn't last.
Massively confused sea state out here this morning. There's still a 2.3 swell behind us. There's at least must be a 1.5 directly in front, and then there's another smaller one that's coming with this wind that's right on the beam. So our glory days of running downwind at high speed are over, at least for the time being. We're actually now trying to set up ourselves by running a bit more northeast to get ready for this huge east coast load that's coming in. Down further it's like 6 meter waves, 6.5 meter waves, and 30 knot winds, 30 to 40, probably 50s. So we do not want to be where that is. So we're running northeast as fast as we can, just to try and take a bit of the sting out of that system and get it on the leading edge up the top, and not down in the meat where all the danger is. Woo. Meanwhile, while we're sailing along at 8 knots through a triple confused sea, these numbnuts are trying to fix the rods.
Mitchie's making 3 screwdrivers do 1 screwdriver's job.
The engineers at work here.
So Making it happen. Making magic.
Patented Mitchie special.
Oh, it's coming. Yeah.
Tonight, the mahi-mahi we caught. A feast.
Here we go, there's a little mahi-mahi. Some veggies. Cooked by the pescatarian. We got some mashed potato spuds. And then a little bit of life-giving red meat for the carnivores. Easy go.
Tuck it easy.
Alright, I'm going for my daily check. I'm going to bring you with me. Enjoy.
Denham and I prepare the boat and plot the course, but in the end, the responsibility falls on the captain. We found almost every problem we had at sea was preventable. Just a matter of listening to the boat and taking notice of the details.
So every day at sea, I do the rounds, a check of all things that could bring us undone, so far from help. The shrouds and connections, they hold up the mast, reasonably important. All sails and their attachment points.
Webbing, oil, main mast.
All sheets and reefing lines.
It's still there.
Dinghy straps.
All pins are in place. Checking Mitcher.
Crew.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's alright. Bilges.
Main portside bilge.
The bathroom.
Bathroom bilge. Get that water out.
Starboard bilge, nice and dry. Beautiful. Air conditioning. Bilge. Beautiful. Nice and dry.
Portside engine bay and bilge pumps. Starboard side.
The hydraulic steering reservoir. And that's it. That is boat checks with the captain.
The closer we get to the tropics, the more squalls we get. It's tricky. Some are just rain, while others pack a real punch.
Here comes the squall. Starts with the rain. Let's see what happens with the wind.
Radar up here for me is essential. We didn't have it on our previous boat. Nowadays, I wouldn't go without it.
It is the morning of day 5. As you can see, God damn it. My last pair of dry pants. As you can see, the sea state is still rough as guts. There's like still 3 different wave trains here, and waiting for the winds to kick in. It's going to be variable for a few days or 24 hours, and then we're going to get a huge punch from a massive east coast low that's coming through. So I'm on the graveyard shift, the 3 a.m. start, 3 a.m. to 7. And I've just put a double reef in the main because there is one mother of a squall right off the starboard bow here, and that's going to have some heavy winds if it hits us. I've been tracking it for a little while and expecting it to come through. Take a look at it. So we're set up and ready for it. Now I've got my pants wet and into another day. Hissing down. Of course, we're doing some engine checks at the moment, and of course that's the time that the fish decides to bite. Pitch in the engine bay.
Pictures on Facebook. Yeah.
Taz biting your fish. Yeah, stuff it off. Here we go, fish on. It could be the one that doesn't get away.
Oh man, I reckon this will be on.
Looks like it's on pretty pretty tough.
It feels like it's on the... Come on! Don't lose it now.
Yeah, boys. Wahoo! Yeah, boys.
A big wahoo, 20 kilos or so. A beauty.
Good evening, folks. On this week's episode of Cooking with Good Looking, we have Wahoo.
You want a slab of wahoo there, Mitchy?
Look at that, that's comparison. Ready? Watch this. Look at that. It's bloody huge.
It's the advantage of having a pescatarian on board.
Know how to cook fish.
Rightio, boys. Let it rip.
And for the first time on this trip, Fiji was now our final waypoint. Giddy up.
You double up, it's getting better.
To celebrate, I busted out the picanha and Mari's meat patties.
Oh yeah. Everyone probably thinks we're batting down under a storm at the moment in wet weather, getting splashed with water. Don't tell anyone.
As the wind speed increased, Rio took off, blazing twin tracks across the Pacific. And with everything so smooth and under control, well, we put on a movie.
Nobody's going to be happy with Kate seeing this guy.
Yeah.
So she's a thumper.
Movie afternoon, sailing at 9 knots
I
presently.
know. She's never worked cases. Been kicking doors since day one.
All of us remember this day vividly, not just for the sailing, but the cracking sunset. Sunrise and sunset are always special at sea, but this one was a showstopper.
What you doing out here?
Just taking it all in. No reminiscing. We've only got 3 days left.
We have a 360-degree sunset today. Don't think you'll ever see this on land. All the way around. Pinks, purples, and the grand finale. Orange. Look at that. What a belter.
The boys were getting excited, and so was I. Kai and I had been couch surfing for a week, but now we are on a plane to Fiji, hoping to greet the boys as soon as they come in. So the boys are over halfway in their journey, and Kai and I decided to come to Fiji. So we're in the flight now, and well, it's a Monday, and I would like to say the guys will arrive on a Friday, but it might be Saturday, and so why not? We came a bit earlier to enjoy the warm weather and get out of the cold weather in Sydney. So here we are, Fiji, here we come. Kaya, we arrived. Follow the man. I booked some accommodation in Nandi and met up with another sailing mom with her kids waiting for their dad to arrive on their catamaran called This Way Up. Anchoring the boat. We had lots to talk about and lots to worry about, although being stuck on the island had some great advantages. Fiji life!
Next week. Midday movies and barbecues are a dream of the past as Rio gets hammered by a large, confused sea right on the beam.
Just shows you that you cannot cross an ocean unscathed.
And fed up with it all, we do what every safety-conscious sailor would do, take 2 shots of rum and go for a swim.
There you go.